Joining us now to break down this unrest in Brazil is political science professor Carlos Milani from the University of Rio de Janeiro. Professor, some are saying that former President Bolsonaro had been inciting this kind of violence and uproar. Do you think he's responsible for this?
He may be not directly responsible for what is happening here in Brazil, but definitely he's got lots of responsibility due to the kind of government and administration that he managed during the last 4 years. And also due to his behavior, the very recent behavior. For example, it's part of our democratic tradition, young democratic tradition, to have the former president to transfer power to the new president-elect. And he not only refused to do that, but he has also decided to travel to Florida, to the United States of America during this period, which shows a little bit of his kind of anti-democratic political behavior towards our institutions.
Bolsonaro has been spotted in Florida. Do you think he should be extradited to Brazil to face some sort of consequence?
There are some legal matters to be analyzed when it comes to extradition and to international public law. Brazil has, the current government has formally to request for that extradition, right? I think that the reaction of the democratic institutions has been very strong. And perhaps Bolsonaro has paved the way for his, I wouldn't say necessarily imprisonment here in Brazil, but for his culpability, politically speaking, and perhaps he's just, before the end of his political career. That being said, we have to be very, prudent in the sense that even if Bolsonaro is not capable of presenting himself again, Bolsonarism is not dead. Just like Trump and Trumpism in the States, right? This ultra-conservative, ultra-nationalist, ultra-religious, far-right movement, it is there in our society. It does not represent 50% of the Brazilian society, definitely not, but it represents an important chunk of our society in terms of electors, voters, and I think that this is going to be there, and we will have to deal with this in the near future.
What's next for the Brazilian people, both for those who are angry that Bolsonaro didn't win and those looking forward to Lula's leadership?
I think there are major challenges because we are in a divided society, right? And of course, there are many similarities between Trumpism and Bolsonarism, right? But our society and our economy is much more unequal in terms of access, in terms of public health, public education, in terms of income distribution, and so on and so forth. And of course, perhaps the current administration will face major challenges, not only to move beyond the cleavages, but also to promote social policies and economic policies that respond to those who voted for Lula, who are asking for more inclusion, more integration, and less inequality.
Thank you so much for joining us, Professor Carlos Milani from the University of Rio de Janeiro.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.